That looks so much better. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Thursday. Doing some Kerbal. Everything's looking fan diddly tabular. I'm actually streaming. I got the majority of my problems fixed. Yay! Look how smooth this is. Look how gorgeous this looks now. Huh? Huh? It's Kerbal. It's Kerbal. Yeah, yeah, it's Kerbal. Yeah, hey. We're back in the saddle, guys. So, yeah, found out what the problem was. Think I got a bad router here at my house. So I guess I need to start shopping around for a new stinking router. Because I had to do a hard reset on it, reconfigure the whole thing. Then I had to go through and reconfigure all my OBS because of all the changes I had made. Nothing worked. But now, hey, it's working better. And I don't know why. I know why the network was causing everything to be so bad over here because OBS, if it can't get a constant stream, it delays things. The quality's bad. The quality was just bad. But my internet with that the speed of my internet was literally halved. So that's why everything was so terrible. Is I had no bandwidth. So we got that fixed. And we're back in the saddle. We're now pushing a solid 60 frames and using hardly any processor. Uh, it's all, I mean, it's back to the way it was. I'm rendering on the AMD IGP and using the NVIDIA for my graphics. So we're golden child now, guys. Okay. When we last left our heroes, I don't know why I went to the vehicle assembly lab. I wanted to go into the space center or into the tracking station. When we last left our heroes, we were creating a new space station. Now, I seem to think this thing has power now. And if it has power, it should have a power communication device and batteries. Tons of batteries. We got more power than we can shake a stick at. Yes, yes, it does. So, I think what we need to do is bring one more of these modules up. And then maybe we can kind of make like little mock living quarters and stuff for him. I'm not sure I've unlocked the actual habitats yet. But I also want to bring some fuel tanks up here to attach for refueling. And I also want to bring a docking adapter up here for smaller spacecraft. So I don't have to have these gigantic big boys up here, right? These are for space station maintenance. So um those that's going to be our mission for the next couple of days, today and tomorrow. That's where we're going. So, let's go ahead and get our other power plants set up here. And then we'll start manufacturing some other things and maybe bring some people up here and start processing some science. So, all right, that's where we're at. So here we go. I'm excited. Glad I got this thing fixed. But it would definitely explain. I mean, it started making total sense when I found out it was a router for why. I mean, it just came down like an iron curtain during my stream on the 4th. I mean, yeah, it totally makes sense. That's what changed. There was something in the router that just went bonkers and halved my internet for whatever reason. So that was a 2-day beating myself about the face and the ears. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this big power com back up here. Because that worked so well the last time. This should be ready to launch. I mean, we should just be ready to take off. I don't think... Yeah, we didn't... We want to drop this fuel out here. Okay. And then once we get up there, we'll transfer the fuel, kick this thing off with whatever fuel we have left. And this is going to be more than enough to insert us for what we need. So we've got lots of oomph here. And we got our little electric generators. Even though this has solar panel cells, I don't know why I brought these generators. This has solar panel cells. We don't need these generators. I think I'm just going to take those off. So, yeah, let's fly this thing. How's everybody's day? It's a Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. So close to the weekend. What's everybody's plans for the weekends, or are you just exhausted from the 4th? That's the inquiring mind that I want to know. How many of you are actually going to do something this weekend, or are you just too exhausted to stink and worry about it? Let's go with that. Don't. Yeah, we can do that. That's okay. And engage autopilot. And yes, we did. We may burn this thing out of fuel early. I'll let that thing coast for a bit. Okay, it did it itself. I don't know. Can you guys see that okay, or do I need to brighten the screen up? Let me brighten things up here just a smidge. There we go. Now you can see it better. Even though we are on the dark side. This is for your viewing pleasure. Yeah, it's a pretty good cruise up there. We get to our cruising altitude. We're almost circular here. This design works rather well. I'm kind of happy with it. Not having to push all that extra weight. Gets it up there enough that we can finish pushing it. And look at that. That is almost completely circular. Look at that. You can't get more circular than that. That's almost perfect. Alright. We want to select a target. Stay on target. Now, let's see if this thing can fly correctly. I seem to think it did pretty well. What are you badmouthing my dog about? Well, maybe she saw. She's been after a rabbit out there for a while.
She watched that rabbit hop away. She's like, okay. And just stood there.
Well, I guess her and the rabbit are. I guess her and the rabbit are friends now. Okay. I guess that's probably full exposure there. I don't think we're. I don't think we're draining enough battery wise to really worry about how long we're on the dark side of this planet for. There's our intercept right there. That should be our closing. Get ready to disengage autopilot in case this thing wants to fire up the engine. Likes to do that sometimes. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, that was just spawning in. I forget that it hesitates when it spawns that stuff in, so. This thing still has a lot of fuel on it. I'm gonna have a bunch of these little tanks floating around up here that's gonna have fuel in it. I'm gonna have to run a cleanup mission. Boosting towards it. Okay, awesome. We're gonna coast for 2 minutes. Let it come up here. I think we just want the locked camera view. There she is. Okay. Let's just rotate this thing around. And let's go some RCS here. Alright, control from here. Set as target. Docking. Enable force roll. See, I push that thing downward before I let it go, so it's got some downward motion to drift away from the station. Here he comes. Here's the troublemaker. Alright, good night, buddy. Hey, could you go put that in this kitchen for me? We're gonna have tons of power on this thing. There we go.
You're streaming, huh?
Yes, why? What'd you need?
I want you to look at this real quick.
Where's that one?
It was right there.
Yeah, I wonder if it's across the street.
Well, it'd be damn funny, but why would walking downstairs mean I couldn't see it?
I don't know. Maybe because of where their access point is. I mean, it wouldn't be past for him to do something like that. Yeah. I bet if you were to walk outside and start walking towards their house, it would come up. My wife comes down and shows me a wireless access point that says FBI surveillance. I'm pretty certain it's my neighbor across the street that did it. So I think that's hilarious. All right, so we got that attached. We've got all sorts of powers. These are exposed 100. These are exposed 100. So we've got 50.
Yep, it came up.
I told you that's who it was. Yeah, neighbors across the street. Holly! My gosh, can you guys stop stomping around here like a bunch of dinosaurs? You're moving my whole desk here. Gosh. Okay, bed, go. What?
Like a
Well,
tyrannosaurus.
I know, but just her alone. There we go. Okay. What's the next module you think we should build? I think the next module we should build should be a docking adapter. I think that's really the next item we need to build. What? What? Why now? Why now? Why not last week? Why not 2 weeks ago? Why now? Why now? Every single night. Right at this time. Is this because you think it's your playtime now? Huh? Do you want to come say hi to the internet? Huh? You want to come say hi to everybody? Get a bulldog, they said. It would be fun, they said. All right, we're going to start from scratch. What? She's happy I'm home. Okay, I think I need to build a pusher. That's what I think. I think I need to build some kind of pusher. I don't know how big that is. Bigger than that. Bigger than that. Definitely bigger than that. Bigger than that. Not as big as that. What if we take it to there? 2.5. Coupling, and we want to take. Put that on there, okay. This is going to be just for pushing things. So, that means we're going to need a power source. So, that's smaller. That's okay. We can expand this battery out. Bloop, bloop. 8,000 units of power. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of power. And we want to give it a mono of the propellant tank. Maybe we should give it 2 of those. Just for smiles and wiggles. Now, do we have a monopropellant engine? I don't think we do. We don't. These are all liquid fuel. Let's go into command and control. And those use liquid fuel and oxygen there. This is a monopropellant. It's got a thrust of 2. Can you believe those dogs? I mean, seriously. What's wrong with them dogs? That's 2. I don't think we can get a good enough cluster of those. That would take an awful lot of these little fellas. One, two, three. There are only 6 of those. What does that give us thrust-wise? There's our center of mass right there. Alright, let's see how this thing performs. Just for smiles and giggles. Cause I'm kind of curious to see how this thing's gonna zippity doo-dah here. We'll give this just a simple little. It's 27 tons vessel mass. We slap this on there. It's 0.05. It's 1.3 in vacuum. That's a lot of fuel. means that's going to be a real slow burner, but that's got a really good specific impulse, right? IPS of 85. That's 60 kilonewtons. What about this bad boy? That's primarily a vacuum engine anyway. That still gives me, that's still a lot of delta. Okay. He's gonna need some rechargeable power, so let's hook up. That's heat, we want power. Let's give it some. It's 8.3, that's 1.6. Let's give it some of these. Those are fairly big. Yeah, that's a little more suited for this craft. Okay. Is that the square one or the... 1x6? Yeah, okay, so that's the square one. Okay. Let's go ahead and put those right. Put those right here. Why not? Well, we don't want those to interfere with it, so we'll put these right here. Little pusher. These are decouplers. It's too big. Too much cow! Alright. Too much cow. Where did I go with that one? Okay. Doom. Yep. Or if we can get away with the same old trick. Put no fuel in this. And we'll just transfer it once we get up there. What? 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 So now she brought me her rope to tug on instead of her ball. Because I threw her ball away and she doesn't want to go get her ball. Because she's fat and lazy, huh? Yeah. Alright, let's launch this candle. We're gonna launch a candle. What do you think? It's a good idea or bad idea? That's what I thought. It's a bad idea, huh? Yeah. All right. We don't really need a good ascent path. Mostly because this is just testing here. Oh dear. Well, that could have ruined a lot of things. Need to move you down here. That engine's there. We need to move this to here. And we need to move this to here and move you down to here. There. That's better. It was all gonna go terribly wrong. Okay. Always check your staging, kids. Always check your staging. Don't leave home without it. Period. Okay. Uh, launch. I'm on. This is why I have the computer fly it. Yeah, 100 ought to be good. Ugh. Check your staging, kids. Uh, okay. You need to go up here. You need to come down here. You need to come here. This needs to come down here. Okay. Can't believe I did that. Even after I. Alright, here we go. This time it'll work. More proof I'm just an idiot. It's a little more efficient. It's not a heavy. It's not as heavy of a load, I guess. Boom! Oh, they didn't explode. I wanted them to explode. As that thing hits 100 kilometers. Almost doesn't even need that other engine, does it? Probably just could have gone up there with what we had, not even added that second engine. Because it is lighter weight, it's more efficient. Ping! See, that's eventually going to fall back because it was negative. Yeah, I don't think we even really needed this engine. How much we got left in this? Not enough to really matter. Okay, so just for the sake of argument, and to burn some fuel, we're gonna do a maneuver planner here. We're gonna change our APO. We're gonna bump it up to 800 meters. At next parry, create and execute. Maneuvering's pretty good. It's pretty solid. Spins fast. Keep us in sunlight as long as possible. I don't think it'll be a big deal because we got such a massive battery on this thing. It's not gonna drain on the dark side very quick. We're way overkill here. Bye-bye fuel tank. Keep in mind, this is just to test how well this thing's going to behave with those monopropellant engines. We're just all testing here. We haven't even burned half that off yet. We want to circularize. And next apo, create and execute. It's pretty decent secondary engine. In case we want to go around the mun or something, this will definitely get us to the mun. Good insertion and burn and everything for it, and capture. Yeah, just a trickle charge. Not that it matters. Thing's not using any power anyway. Alright. We're not quite geostationary yet, but we're pretty close. Alright, we're gonna kick this dog loose here. And we're gonna go RCS here. And we're going to change Perry to 100 at next apo. Create and execute. That's actually some pretty good thrust. And it's coming down pretty quick. Alright, let's circularize. And next Perry. Execute. $350 meters, yeah. That's what it took us to get there. Still got a lot of mono. I mean, it's not burning the mono propellant too quickly, but it's dropping down fairly quick. That's some pretty decent thrust. Question is, how is it going to behave when we get a load on it, right? Is it going to be sufficient for the load we're carrying? That's the big question. Because this is good by itself. pretty nice engine setup regardless. Let's see if this thing's got the oomph to soft land. Kind of speed up the process here just a smidgen. Should start to see some heat build up here. And there we go. Starting to see a little bit of a glow. Put us in a good spin here to keep us cool. Gonna start seeing some heat build up here in a second. Ooh, look at the pinwheel. It's always fascinated me how the spinning works for keeping these things cool. This thing is not slowing down very fast. getting pretty low in the atmosphere here. Yeah, see how it immediately starts heating up? Dismiss. Uh-oh. RCS isn't kicking on. There we go. This thing's actually slowing down. Question is it going to be enough? Can we bleed off the 100 meters a second before we hit the water? I don't think it's going to happen. We're not decreasing speed anymore. We've lost all of our push. It's a doomed craft at this point. That was worth a good old college try. What can we recover? Alright, back to Space Center. I don't know how good of a pusher that's going to be. I think what I need to do... I think if we leave the engine on it, take those other engines off, it would probably make for a decent pusher. So, let's go ahead and we will remove you from the equation. We're going to take all you guys and remove you, and we're going to remove you. We're going to remove you. We're going to remove you. We're going to attach you right there. Okay. We've got to come in here. This comes down here. And this whole assembly comes down to here. Okay. So now, where does that put our center of mass on this thing? This doesn't have fuel in it. It's right there. So we need to move these down to about right here. Probably about right here. And then as we take fuel away, bit more right there. It's still a little. Yeah, we need to come just a hair bit more right there. That should put it about. Right about there. No, that's huh. I guess it depends on my perspective, huh? It's our RCS helper. It is saying to put these guys right here, which is about where I had them to start with. See, that's when it's out of fuel. What if I should bring this? Well, if we put them there, that circle changes when it gets up there. So yeah, I think I was right with me wanting to put it right about here, because I think that's gonna give us the least amount of drift between the full tank and the empty tank. In fact, we should be able to put them right there. That should be center. Full tank versus empty tank. Alright, auto strut. Okay. Now, for the multi-million-dollar question. If we have a pusher on here, let's also put a docking port. We want to put a We don't want that many. Is that backwards? No, that was right. Okay. Because that way, we can see if it's going to dock at its docking port. Alright. We're going to take you off. Raise you up. Okay. We can turn this off now. Trying to think how I want to build this out, guys. Sorry. Just bear with me here for a minute. Because I need to build this thing backwards if I'm going to, Actually? Would I? Maybe I wouldn't. Hold on. If we go with another one of these guys. And then we have a docking plate or a something like this. No. Well, I mean, I guess we could go with that and just make it larger, right? And then we take like a structural fuselage, which is a lighter piece, like that, right? Yeah, it looks stupid. We'll just mount that right onto there. And then we take one of these segments. Yeah, that's better. And then we take this guy here and we rotate it. And we attach it like so. I need to bring that down just a smidge. Then we come in here. See where I'm going with this, guys? Because if we mount that correctly, we should be able to build off the other two sides with some smaller... Hey, Vulcan, how's it going, man? We should be able to mount those with some smaller pieces off each side. If you see where I'm going with this, this is kind of a new idea here. I'm engineering, as it were. See, and then if we take like maybe this guy, and put it there, and we take this guy, and we put it there. And we add some girders off the end of this thing. I mean, it's a little industrial, but you're getting the idea, right? And then we can have two different size. We can have the regular Calampatron here. Maybe put a junior here. I don't know why we would ever want a junior, but it's here in case it's needed, right? What are you doing, my dog? Chasing her fat little head. Okay. Oh, squeezing her fat little head. And then we could probably take... I don't think we'd need an advanced grabbing unit. But we could even take like this advanced inline. You know, we could probably... Open shielded. See, a regular Clampatron will hook right to that. But I'm wondering, because this will be pointed towards the station. I wonder if we want to rotate this. I mean, that could work. It's kind of looking like a Frankenstein here. We'll put another regular one here. Does look a little weird, but all right. I think I like this. I think we might have. I think we might have a decent plan here. Not going to be very aerodynamic, but when have we ever worried about aerodynamics, huh? There, now it's aerodynamic. I'm always playing Kerbal. Let's make sure my staging's correct here. Let's got this. And we got this. And do we have fuel in this? We do. Do we want to go up with the fuel? I think we can burn it off. Save us some weight. Yeah. That'll save us some good weight. Okay. This is called Little Pusher. But it's taking this thing up, so. Guess I could call this the Docker. See if I can add it to my sub-assemblies. Yay, I can! Oh, jeez. Couldn't see where the thing was. Versa, file, docking port for pods, probes, and other lightweight vehicles. Oh, did I run out of other lightweights? There we go. Alright. Let's save this. Let's see if we can get this thing into orbit. Because the idea is we use the pusher to maneuver things around and relocate things. Maybe bring fuel in. Just so we have variable options, right? Because we're going to need a way to dock this pusher once everything gets up there. And then we can just start taking large objects, hook into it. We've got this docking port here to hook onto. We've got this docking port here to hook onto. So anything that we take up that's got one of those two ports, we can move it around with our pusher. So, all right. Ascent guidance. We want to go 200 kilometers. Limit acceleration, limit max Q. And go. And since we've got all those other ports on there, we can take our pusher and situate this onto the station the way we need it. So, I talked a lot about that at the start of the stream. I'm very likely in the near future going to have to buy myself a new router. Something occurred Tuesday that caused my router to literally cut my internet speed in half. So because I was only getting half my internet speed that I normally do, OBS was freaking out, and that's why I could never get it back into line. Um, it literally my internet was to the point to where it was only pushing about 200 megs a second, so or 200 megabits a second. So it wasn't really for me streaming at 1440, it wasn't cutting it. So, but we got it all fixed. It's beautiful now. I mean, I have had like no issues. Even my 7 days to die is still a little blur, but it has always been a little blur. So I'm not overly concerned about that. It's 7 days to die. All I have to do is drop the. Oh, is it? I was not aware of that. I did reinstall OBS because of how screwed up everything was, so it might have something to do with the OBS reinstall. It, of course, may have changed something. So, I do see this shield mode on. It's probably that shield mode. I'll have to go in and change that. Oh, that's perfect. Got us right to where we needed to be. Gotta love it. Okay, since this is going on, let's come in here. Let's turn this off. Alright, try it now. See if it's super duper fast now. Okay, yeah, it was that chat shield. I somehow that got enabled. Something with OBS, I guess, when I reinstalled it, added that by default. And message you. And message you. 4, 5, 6, 7. But yeah, I mean, I've been at a steady 60 FPS this whole game. I haven't missed. Well, I've had a little bit of render lag, but it's like 0.02%. And skipped frames due to encoding lag is 0. So what? 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 You're back with your ball again? You're back with your ball again? Huh? Punk? 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 Bulldog's here to pester me again. I've considered it. I actually have enough equipment sitting around here that I could very likely just do that. I have thought about going with another another squid setup and trying to do it that way and whatnot. So want this so I can kick the nose cone off. But yeah, no, I have considered going with taking one of these computers that I've got laying around and what? You want me to play with you when I'm sitting here entertaining everybody else. How about we do it before we go to bed? Huh? Then I can tucker you out. Yeah, and that was going to be my other option. Was to either do Squid or PF Sense or something along those lines. And I mean, I've got you can see all that equipment over there. That's like 4 PCs sitting right over there. There's some on the floor. So, I mean, I've got the equipment to do it. There we go. No, that's aiming down now. See, now I screwed my whole camera up. There we go. So, yeah, I mean, I could totally do it, and I've considered that, and then just getting a like a little mesh setup, and having that be my wireless mesh. Because I mean, these systems over here, the one is a Phenom 2 9860. So I mean, that's more than enough horsepower for running a router, right? And I've got a couple of 60 gig SSDs floating around here, which I mean, that's all I need for a router OS. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we want to set you as the target. Yeah, maybe I'll work on that tomorrow while I'm working. Have that be a side project for my work. Yeah, I mean that works. I mean, yeah, because that's what a Core 2 Duo with like what, probably 2 gigs of RAM or something. In case it decides to fire them way early. Actually, you know, I might have the perfect system for it. Because this little unit right here is an AMD A6 FM processor. It's going to be my new router. Because I've got space in there to toss in a couple extra Ethernet cards. If I get myself a couple of 2.5s. Why not? That'd actually be a great use for it, and then I can put it right on top of my server. Yeah, my server, my router, be done with it. Then I just got to get myself. Well, I've got to switch. What? Yes, I know, but I can't play right now because you got stinky breath. That made her close her mouth. Yeah, I've got a couple of gigabit Ethernets downstairs. Where's our target? I don't think that's our target, is it? "21 minutes. Hover over my keys here in case this thing gets squirrely again. I'm actually really impressed as to how beautiful this thing's maneuvering right now. I mean, this whole assembly here probably doesn't weigh a whole lot. It's probably lighter than light. There's our target right there. And it's spawning in. What? Yeah, I know. I'm not ready yet. Can I finish my stream? Can you give me 30 more minutes? Give me 30 minutes. Now we're gonna push towards it. Now I just gotta decide what side I want to put it on. I have a really good idea. Otherwise, how does it sound? Is audio all good? You hear the game okay? Can you hear me okay? Am I too loud? Is the game too quiet? I think we're about ready to populate this station up here. I think we're gonna put this piece right here. Hopefully I set this up correctly so that this runs the length of this here and not like this. Okay, control from here. Set as target. Well, it's still the same vessel. Let's disable this. Docking camera. Probably because that doesn't have a controller on it. We still have tons of monopropellant. Still got tons of liquid fuel in that thing too. That's okay. It's our pusher. It needs it. And right now, it doesn't have, well, I mean, it's got a source to refuel for the mono, but it doesn't have it for the fuel. Maybe that's why I should have put a grabber on it. So we can go find a lot of that fuel that we have scattered about the solar system. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, control from here. Set as target. Come on, rotate the right way. No, it's not the right way. That's okay. It'll still work. It's actually moving at quite well, so either this is a super light piece. Well, let's see how much weight we shed when we That's a good saying. I like that saying. I'm gonna steal that from her. See, now we're blocking these, aren't we? Well, not really. They're still getting light. Okay. We could actually relocate this guy now. Let's undock you. And let's go ahead and select you. Oh, we need to switch control from here. And let's have you dock up here. Just to free this little piece here up. And also so I can see what direction those face, because if I'm going to bring some cooling up here for this, I need to know what direction those things are rotated. I have a pretty good idea. I think they're 90 degrees off from this. Yep. They are 90 degrees off, which is good, because that means they'll be sticking out this way. And they won't interfere with the solar panels. Of course, if I have them go straight up, I guess it doesn't really matter. This space station's coming along quite nicely. And to think we get to do this all over again tomorrow. Yeah, rendezvous docking is actually, it can take a little bit of time, but once you get it down, a lot of what it is just waiting for orbits to pass and getting connected, right? Let's see, we can come in here and here. We can transfer into here. I don't think we have any other fuel up here, but I didn't look and see how much this thing weighed when it was disconnected, but okay. Now that we've got some docking for our ships, I think we may want to run a couple of missions up here to bring everybody together, huh? Come together right now. Make sure all this stuff's tied in. Auto strut disabled. Enable auto strut. Enable auto strut. Ah, see, I should have had that spacing the other way. Dang it! Because now, whatever craft docks here is going to be looming over this. I wanted it away from the solar panels. Live and learn. Auto strut, auto strut. Let's just do this. Let's go lights off, lights on. I don't know why we'd have lights on if there's nobody up here, but yeah, yeah. Well, maybe what we'll do, let's go back to Space Center. Let's bring some people up here. Wax on, wax off, right? Here wax on and here wax off. And he got the card dirty in process. Alright. Scrap it. How many crew are in this? 3. Okay, so we can carry 3 people up there. So we're going to start with that. And how many crew can hold this? That's another true there. Okay. So that's 3 people there. Okay. No, that's 3 plus 2. That's 5. That's 2 in the one, 2 in the other, plus the pilot. I guess we can add another one of those. This cozy capsule seats 2 and is very lightweight. However, don't expect to survive atmospheric re-entry or even a sneeze. Yeah, it's gonna survive a sneeze. Alright. Well, we know it won't survive re-entry, but we have parachutes to solve that problem. What we need on this thing, though, is we need a nice, healthy docking port. I mean, that's always an option, too. Then we want a aerodynamical nose cone for it. Smooth things out there a bit. And we need I guess we should probably put a heat shield on it now before we forget. Yeah, we need some survivability. We're gonna use this instead. And really? So what part of those actually attached to then? Does this have a... Oh, it does. So does that mean we can... That would be interesting. Okay, I think we may have something interesting going on here. Oh, that's not going inside. What? That's weird. That's weird. Actually, maybe we can mount them here. Nah, we won't use the drogue chutes. But we need to have these on an angle spread as far out as they can get. We'll go half on the semi-deploy. How heavy are we? 6.72 tons. What do these support? I think we're still well within our limits. Yeah, I think we're okay with that. Okay, so hustle out of the way of that. You know, we could actually just do this instead. No, I'm curious to see how this is gonna play out. I'm really curious. Because I am very, very interested to see. Let's see, we could probably toss one of these guys in here too, huh? Because it's gonna land in the water. Why not? And just toss one of these in here because it's gonna land in the water. Why not? All right, let's seal these doors up. Look, more aerodynamical. Okay, so that being said, we want to go ahead and toss this bad boy on there, which is going to be too big. We want this one. Yeah, let's give it a little bit of space there. Alright. Now we already have some monopropellant. And I think both these devices have a reaction control wheel, which they do. Great. So we don't need any additional reaction control. So let's go ahead and toss on some additional RCS. And let's go ahead and toss on this bad boy here. And let's couple it with this motor here. You're gonna have to be down here. Because this thing's so heavy, huh? We're gonna need a little bit better engine. I mean, that's 2.5 kilonewton. We need more tank. That's better. That gives us 100 or 1600 meters a second. Should be more than enough to make our maneuvers. I mean, we probably could have made it on the 200 and some odd, because all we're doing is docking, but we're gonna need boost back, right? Gonna need a way to return this kid. Alright, where's our center of mass? Right there. Those are our big ones? Yes, they are. And I think what we'll do is we will actually put a generator on here. In fact, we need to open these doors again. We're gonna take this guy. Oh, we don't want 6 of them. There we go. And that should be fine. Okay. We want to come in here and we want to set our lights. No, actually, let's go gear. We want to add these guys. Toggle fuel cell. That'll kick those things on so they can feed off of this. That should give us the power we're gonna need, because we have we have 150 electric charge there, and we've got 100 electric charge there. So we've got 250 electric charge, and for the amount that it's gonna be burning, these guys here should keep up with it for the most part. Because when this is kicked on, it's producing 0.15 electric charge a second, so that's 2 electric charge, 3 electric charge total. And when it's at rest, it's not going to be burning a whole lot. So now we can go ahead and close this up. Since we've got those things active, we don't have to worry about that. Okay. Yes, I know. Dismiss. Set that into a different stage. Alright, we've got 21.397 tons. Let's see here, what should we call this? People bus? No. Potato gun. This is what we use to relocate Kerbals. There, forever labeled potato gun. Alright. Do we want a decoupler to fit on this right here? Now, the $1,000,000 question is, do we play it how we have been playing it and take it up without the fuel? How much do we save without the fuel? Actually, quite a bit. With the fuel, we're at 21 tons. Without the fuel, we're at 13 tons. We're saving almost 8 tons. That's a lot of weight. Okay, so we're gonna go without the fuel there. This has monopropellant in it. Yes, it does. This has monopropellant in it. Yes, it does. They got electric charge, torque limiters, wheel authority, and strut. Okay, so that's all gonna hold together. Okay. And let's bring... Come on, Frank, you got another mission. You've been good to me, Frank. make sure all this is all screwed up. I don't know why. Um, who are you? Okay, you're. You should come down here. You should come up here. You should move here. You should move here. And you should move up here. And you should move down. Actually, you need your spot, huh? You don't have your spot. You can come down here. Boost, boost, boost. Kick, kick. Tower. Motor. Motor. Ejection. Parachute. Okay. Hey, Crispy308, how's it going? Exactly. That's exactly it. It's not why it's named Frank, but yeah, I mean, it's, yeah. We're trying not to kill Frank, even though Frank sacrifices himself continuously for the good of the Kerbals. Alright. You know what? I don't even know if I have enough scientists here. Scientists. How do you know I need scientists? You're a scientist. You're a scientist. Okay. Scientist, pollen. Hey, we got Bob and Valentina back. They didn't die after all. I'm back, accidentally left. That's okay, it happens. It happens. First time chat. Welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. Let's see. I think we're ready to light this candle. What do you think? You know, I need to center my camera's right here, and I keep moving over here because when I work, I'm working on both my screens here, so I'm generally sitting here, and when I stream, I gotta learn to move here to the center. I'm a weirdo that way. Alright. Set you for 200. Have more than enough fuel to get up there. Yeah. As I go back and double check because I'm an idiot. Alright, let's see how well, you're getting a black screen? You're not supposed to be getting a black screen. If you're getting a black screen, you might need to adjust your streaming settings. I am streaming at 1440p, so that does take a lot of bandwidth. But yeah, it would just be you. Unless there's a delay on the stream, but I don't think there is. I tell this thing to rotate, and then I rotate it in the vehicle assembly bay, and is it black for you too, Vulcan? report. Getting more crew reports coming in now. Oh, you know what I forget to do? Gotta make sure I get the fuel in there before I burn it all. Has it always been a black screen, or... I know some people complain about getting a black screen with my stream, and I don't know why. Huh. Let's add this. What just staged? Something just staged. I heard the... I hope it wasn't something important. Yeah, I hear that a lot from people who use the app. I don't know. Like I said, I know it's everything I've looked up on it shows that it's a bandwidth issue. If you're getting a black screen, you probably hear the audio just fine, but you're not getting the image, right? I don't know. It depends on where you live. I have no idea where you live. I mean, I am back east, so if you're somewhere out west, that could be. Let's see here. Yep, that's full. Yeah, but playing is different than streaming video. So, okay, we want to click the gear. That should start our generators. Let's see if they're opening. See if they're opening. See if they're running. Yeah, they're running. Am I producing an equal amount of electric charge with the amount of power I'm actually using? That wouldn't surprise me. Um, Activate engine. Set as target. Engage. So Illinois and Indiana, huh? I've driven through Illinois. Well, I guess I have been through Indiana too. Went up there to Indianapolis. He could be watching on the Steam Deck too. You can watch Twitch on the Steam Deck. Yeah, good old I-70. I have driven the entire length of I-70 from where it terminates from one coast to where it terminates in the center of Utah. Oh, you are on a computer. Why are you using the app on the computer? Try it on the website. How many orbits we gotta make here? 5.5 phases. Oh, no computer. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Sorry, my mistake. I thought you were saying nah, you're on the computer. But you're saying no, you don't have a computer. Got it. That makes sense. Yeah, basically those things are maintaining the charge. It's all they're really doing. They're not really adding to it or taking away. They're just maintaining it, which is good. I mean that means that it's a pretty good balance. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it does. Because everything else further west is either the 40, the 10, or the 80. Well, and the 90. You can take the 90 clear across, but the 70 terminates right there in Utah. Just because the area it has to go through is a great big huge military base. So plus Nevada. So and then you got the Sierra Nevadas in the way. Change some of your settings. See if maybe there's a way that you can, stream it down or something, or cut it down, or you should be able to see. If you were seeing it before and now you're not, I mean, nothing's changed on my end, so I don't know why. But I'm just making a maneuver to intercept my space station right now, so and we're gonna put an end to this 0.1 meter a second malarkey that this thing likes to do as it walks itself towards the target. Parachute problem? What parachute problem? Saying parachute the application or parachute in Kerbal or parachute on Grand Theft Auto? We're coasting to our target. Grand too fast. What parachute you using? Because if you're using the drogue chutes, that's a reason why. You gotta use the drogue chutes in relation to some other. Yeah, the orange ones are drogue chutes. Those help slow you down, but they won't reduce your speed any lower than I think it's 25 meters per second. So you need additional blue ones. Because the blue ones are the ones that really slow you down. There we go. 5 seconds. Do our final burn here. Hopefully we don't run into this thing. Alright, control from here. Set as target. Stay on target. Let's open up this camera. What's the weight of the craft? Because the weight of the craft makes a huge difference. I'd go with 4. Go 4 all the way around. 4 blue ones. Use the 2 drogue chutes. The drogue chutes can open up at a really high rate of speed. I think they can open up at anything 600 meters a second or higher. And that'll slow you down pretty quick, and then you can deploy your other chutes. Just like their perspective here. That tells me we're not exactly balanced. Probably because of these RCS up front here. But we're okay. We made it. We made it work. Alright, let's start transferring people. Baba? Where's my transfer crew? There we go. No crew on part. There it is, transfer crew. Transfer Bob into here. Bob, you're the lead scientist on this mission. Transfer crew. You should be a scientist. There you go. And we want to transfer crew again. No, that's just Valentina. So we want to transfer crew. Put you there. Transfer crew again. We're going to put you there. Hey, we got a fully staffed space station now. Yay. Oh, you know what we should have brought up here? Oh, man. That's okay. We should be fine. While we're up here, let's go ahead and shut this engine down for a minute. We're going to take this, and we're going to take this. Can we not oh, because I've got another window open, that's why. Take this, and we're going to transfer into this, so that's filled up. So we're not going to need all this fuel to burn back to the planet. And then we're going to take our remaining RCS that we've got here, and we're going to pump it into our tanks here. Everything's topped off. Alright. And we don't have any trash to haul because this is a new ship. So we go ahead and wave bye-bye to Valentine. Let her get back to the planet here. That's a nice pushback, huh? Activate the engine. We've got 1,200 meters a second here. Let's see here. Where's our... It's right there. So we're going to have to come around again. Coming around again. I know nothing stays the same. But if you're willing to play the game, coming around again. Get that up to about 50. Close enough. Alright, computer, do your business. Execute next node. You can auto warp. I don't care. It's 166 meters a second. And we're gonna fall towards the planet. Yes, sirree. Let's slow ourselves down. Burn the rest of our fuel off here. Valentine loves making these crazy Ivan burns. Bye-bye. All that monopropellant just floating away. I don't even think we're going to need the heat shield for this. We slowed ourselves down so much. Get ready to jettison the heat shield here. Oh, look, we did need it. We are coming in pretty steep. We're just not coming in very fast. Okay, cooling down. Open the doors. And jettison the heat shield. Whee! I should probably deploy my parachute sometime here, huh? Says it's safe to do so. Let's get a little more distance down here. Deploy them at about 2,500. And go. I didn't realize it was 10:30. That's okay. We had a fun mission. We've got a few more housekeeping things we need to do before we end for the night anyway, and then we can be ready for tomorrow when we play yet again. What a nice, gentle landing. I mean, that was really soft and gentle. Collect data. It is underwater. What do you mean? There, how about now? Keep data. Environment taking note how it behaves. Guess we already did this once? Comm units on this device. Of course, I didn't put any antennas on this device. Alright, well, we'll just keep that science then. Go ahead and recover her. How much science did we get? 6.4 science. Well, that's something. 6.4 is something. Alright, who brought back what? Valentine. Okay. Let's go in here. Go to research. Fly. Fly, my pretty, fly. Okay. Transfer to Space Lab. Transmit all data to Space Lab. Oh shoot, I did it while it was dark too, didn't I? Of course. Why wouldn't I? It's always when I do stuff like this. It's gonna be a while before I reach the sunlight, and I'm gonna run out of power. And we're out. I only had 70 cents. We're gonna have to grind the rest of the science out of this thing. And now we can finish transmitting all this data. How did I correct this last time? It's just that one that's blocked, huh? think I corrected it by swinging this thing this way. Nope, wrong way. The other way. This thing's got a lot of fuel. It's swinging back to the other side. It's a lot of extra fuel that we're never gonna use. How are we gonna get these guys off here? We're gonna have to come up here with a craft. In theory, we could take this to the other lab if we wanted to. Oh, this still has a ton of moho science on it. Delicious moho science. That's a lot of data to be moving. Gotta keep the other scientists busy with something. Well, at least we're now keeping up with the power source of this thing. Fuel, fuel, empty, empty, empty. Full, full. Because this is the junior, huh? Yeah, docking port junior. And that's got the junior. That's why we're retiring this thing. Don't really have any good way of docking with it. That's just flat out old. So you got anything left on it? It's just gonna keep collecting those, yeah. Junk, 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 junk. Okay. How many people can you hold? How many people do I have? We got Bill up here because he's up here to repair things, isn't he? Okay. After all these missions, this thing still has not acquired 500 science. Did it just break? Yep, it just broke. This is why I've got Bill up here. I have to bring some kind of rescue craft up here to get these guys eventually. Yeah, I used to be really scared about EVAs, but I'm not so much anymore. I feel fairly confident floating around in space. Oh, I never started them working again. Stop! Stop, you idiot! Okay, transmit. Ooh, an eclipse! Blocked by the mun. Yep, we're in a full eclipse right now, kids. I need to get this thing down below 1 data before we abandon it. I guess technically we don't even really need... Isn't that lovely? Yeah, no, I mean, it's a magnificent solar eclipse, right? So... technically, I don't even have to come up here and dock with this thing. I've just got to get close enough that I can EVA with these guys. I want to bring these too. Guess I could leave the parachutes behind. Don't I have an empty space somewhere? Thought I did. Someone just beeped me. Sometimes it doesn't pay to be part of IT, but I don't have to stop doing what I'm doing. It's just stupid things. You know how it is. Anyone who's worked in IT knows exactly what I'm talking about without me saying a single word. Alright. um, we need to leave Bill up here. Let's go ahead and EVA Bill. And then, oh, this needs to be fixed too. We're gonna transfer Jebediah into this module. And then we're gonna go to Bill. He's gonna let go of this module. Come around this way. We're gonna fix this. Because we need to keep our repairman up here to keep this thing going. We're gonna grab onto this. Okay. And he's gonna board. There. That's how we swap people around. Now, that does have an empty container. So, we'll come up with our rescue vehicle and we'll transfer these supplies over. We'll bring up a storage container. I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and decouple from here. Because this craft has outlived its usefulness. Still blocked by the mud. That's okay. In fact, we need to push this way. And we'll set this thing up to go retro. Ooh, don't hit it. We're a ways away from it. We're fine. We're miles away. Alright, we're clear from it. Add maneuver. Oops. Too steep. That's good. Alright, execute next node. Oh, probably ought to engage that engine too. I don't think these retract, do they? Nope. Okay, well, these are getting ripped off. Well, I think most of this is getting ripped off anyway. We still have tons and tons of fuel. Bleed off some speed here. Whee! Bye bye! I don't know where that's gonna fly off to, but boy, was that ever fun. Oh, I don't know if it's actually still burning retrograde or where it's burning to, but it's just burning. It's on a skedaddle course somewhere. Oh, is it coming back towards me? No, it's moved away. It's still moved away. That would be totally awesome if it like whipped around and started coming back towards me. It's just spinning out of control right now. Can I even hit that? Let's see. Nope, it's too far away. It's got a lot of fuel to burn. I wasn't gonna wait for it. That doesn't show me that here. Bummer. I'd like to see where that thing's at. It's getting further away from me. Still hear the engine burning. It's clearly in atmosphere now, because that's definitely way below me. Probably powering towards the water as we speak. And it should be, we should lose it here. I think it's 626 and it's gone. I can't remember what the distance is. Eventually it just disappears, but I mean, it's gonna disappear eventually when it impacts the water, right? And it's gone. I'm a leaf on the wind. Jettison. That lightens your craft, by the way, if you wonder why I jettison. Of course they are. I have a friend who just changed website developers, and shortly after they changed, they lost all communication with their email server, and the web developer saying it's nothing he did, and the email provider saying it's nothing they've done, but nobody wants to fix the problem. She was asking if I'd be willing to call and talk to him, and I said, I'll talk to anybody you want me to talk to. It's what I do all day. Is sit there and tell people to get their acts together and stop pointing fingers and just fix a dang freaking problem. Because it's either got to be the service provider of the email or the web developer. It's got to be one of those two. Because it was working fine until somebody touched one of those two things. So, I mean, they can sit there and say, well, it's not me, all they want. But the problem lies, it's clearly not the person paying them the money that caused the problem. So, that's what she was. These are the text messages she's sending me. So, I think after this we're gonna call it, guys. Oh, I need to go and start some science on those two vessels. I don't think we'll do the rescue missions and stuff tomorrow, but we need to get science grinding out on those other two stations. So nice gentle splashdown. Gotta love it. Okay, recover vessel. Let's go check out our new space station. And I swear, if it is broke, I am not gonna be happy. All right. We're gonna pin you. We're gonna pin you. And who's got all my science? You do. I knew this thing could store it. Okay. So we're gonna toss you in. We're just gonna keep doing this until I have nowhere else to put the science. Getting there. That's 200, so that's not going to fit anywhere. So we're going to keep that. That's 400. 67 is. Sorry, that's 40 data. So yeah, we could put that in there. That gives us 710, which means we can squeeze another 40 in there. zeros on all these, which is fine. That just means that stuff's been researched before. That's 64, we can't squeeze that in. That's 96. 32, good enough for me. We'll go with that. Now we'll save everything else. Okay. We consumed a lot of science on that. Okay, start research and start our research. We're doing 1,000 science. Or we're doing 36 science a day on this place now. That's awesome. Okay, we've got 2 inventory slots here, 2 inventory slots here. So we can come up with some repair kits. We need to get a habitat up here so that we can have a couple of engineers for repairing things. Then I think we'll be okay. All right, guys. I'd like to thank everybody for joining. Join me tomorrow. We have more Kerbal coming. If things go well, I might stream early. I don't know. I don't think I have much going on tomorrow, so I could probably do that. One of the benefits of working from home. Otherwise, yeah. Uh, have a good night. Sleep well. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. Later.